I get out of this. Yeah, what's good? What they do? It's your boy Purple Lips back with another Purple Lip breakdown. You know what I'm saying? You know I had to report on this Shedeur Sanders situation. You know, I'm trying to get this started. This sports channel started, so you know I had to report on it. And nobody this caught everybody off guard. To be honest with you, this caught the whole world off guard. Even Shedeur Sanders. Nobody could have predicted this. Like him sliding to the fifth round. First off, congratulations to Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? He got an opportunity, and that's what he actually needed. Um, Shedeur Sanders, man, like congratulations to that brother. You know what I'm saying? I know he worked hard. This is one of his dreams. I know he couldn't imagine that it have gone to the fifth round, especially with all the all the how you want to say it, everything that have shown in college football, the whole 4 years, 2 years at Jackson State, 2 years at Colorado, and he's shown some unbelievable talent, and he slid to the fifth round. Now, there obviously is a reason why this has happened, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. This is a Purple Lip breakdown. Now, I don't know how to edit yet, so this is just raw and uncut. But I will learn how to do all these little segments and have a smoother transition. Okay, but this is what we got here so far. Man, first off, let's start off with the people who have got drafted in front of Shedeur Sanders, the quarterbacks that got drafted in front of Shedeur Sanders. It was Cam Ward. He was the first overall pick. He got picked to the Titans. He was the first pick. Then you got Jackson Dart. He was a Giants pick. Sorry, I got my little notes right here. He was a Giants pick, and he went 25 overall pick. And you got Tyler Shaw. I actually saw him play. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. Hey, Hurricanes all day, straight up. Leave a comment if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you do like it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, subscribe too. You know what I'm saying? And you got Jalen Milrose, and you got Dylan Gabriel. All these five quarterbacks got drafted before Shedeur Sanders. Now, before Shedeur Sanders had started this draft, even before this draft, before this season, Shedeur Sanders was looking at a Heisman trophy. He was looking at a Heisman race runner. He was a Heisman race runner right from the beginning of the season, based off of what he have shown prior to that. Now, what he have done this season has shown that he is a explosive quarterback. He's very efficient. Now he does make mistakes inside here and there, but that's what we're gonna break that down in a little bit. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and discuss about these five quarterbacks that have got drafted before him. Now we know, respect to all those quarterbacks, they are great quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure it was their dreams as well to make it to the NFL. These guys have worked hard. They put themselves in position, and they got drafted. So congratulations to all those brothers and who made it, and got drafted before my boy Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we know that he wasn't supposed to slide that far. Straight up, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Those five quarterbacks, no disrespect to them, but they're not better than Shedeur Sanders, and the stats have shown so to be so as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now the things that might have hurt, the things that might have hurt Shedeur Sanders. There's some of the things that might have hurt Shedeur Sanders. One of the things I want to mention is it was crucial. Deion Sanders, man. Man, I'm sorry that but Deion Sanders most likely played a part in this. He not that he tried to, but somehow, some way, I'm pretty sure Deion had burnt some bridges with some of these organizations, and Deion Sanders made an important comment that might have affected his son. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was a comment on the lines of, "It's some places that we will not go, some places we won't go, and we won't play at or something like that." Somewhere in along those lines. Leave a comment if I butchered that and I said that wrong. Go ahead and correct me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he said something along those lines. But man, does that hurt his draft? That already eliminates however many others that he was referring to or places referring to. So that already limit his draft choices from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Also, like maybe that played a part into it, but like it was also him not throwing at the combine. Him throwing out not throwing at the combine, that was very important. I'm not gonna lie. Like uh a lot of people probably a lot of quarterbacks do this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of quarterbacks don't perform at the combine, but they perform at the pro day the same way Shedeur Sanders does, and rightfully so, because most people want to pass to people they're familiar with. They got their timing on point. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a quarterback, they want to practice as with somebody that got the timing on point. They want to practice with everybody that's new faces, different speeds, and they don't know them that well. Probably make them look bad. I don't know, but that still shows a little bit of a fear, but that's not what I'm highlighting. I'm highlighting that to say that a lot of people can do that, but people like Shador, who was so flashy to the NFL or to organizations or to the management or whatever, that probably didn't rub them the right way, the way he used to, you know, what I'm saying? The way he used to just show that watch when he scores and some of the things. But most importantly, these interviews, man, these interviews must have had going horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever did give this man the chance in interviews, ah, I really he must have done horrible. He must have blew it. He must have blew that junk up, and it didn't. He stunk up the place. I don't know how. He might have been over arrogant. I don't know what he did or said. But obviously, a lot of organizations are not attracted to the noise behind the Shedeur Sanders because he come with a whole package, a whole team that come behind him. You know what I'm saying? And the higher he would have got drafted, he most likely would have got more endorsements and more distractions, so to speak. But I think the brother can handle it. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching Shedeur Sanders. This is what the public is saying. I want to make that very clear because me personally, with my opinion of Shedeur Sanders, I think he's a brilliant quarterback, and I think that he's probably in this draft for sure the top two quarterback. He's the top two. Like him and Cam Ward, it was either or. You know what I'm saying? This was not a strong draft, but that's not a knock on these two guys or the guys that's inside. Well, it is a little knock on them because they were not that good compared to other drafts. But this draft was not that bad. This draft was not that good, and Shador Sanders definitely proved that he should have been at least in the first 2 days for sure. But being that he slipped to the third day, this right here is crucial. This is crucial because this means that he does not have a guaranteed contract. hmm This means that he does not have a guaranteed contract. Nope. Unfortunately, this means that he has to perform and practice, impress them in all shapes and form, and hopefully earn a spot, earn their likings, in some type of way. So the Browns have taken a chance, but they're not giving him a guaranteed spot. They're not giving him a guaranteed contract. But congratulations to Shedeur Sanders again. He got drafted. I'm sure this was his dream. 144th pick in the fifth round. He got a shot at it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, he does not have a guaranteed chance. But to be real with you, I'm not worried at all. You know what I'm saying? Also, that's all Shedeur Sanders needed. Like I said, it has been shown that he has literally proven that he will. Sorry, I'm looking at the I'm looking at some of the stats that he had broke down before, but yeah, he has proven that he will be a great quarterback in all levels. Just there's some people who talking noise like he's not that great, or he's not gonna be a great quarterback, blah blah blah. Man, that's nonsense. That's a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying. You can throw that in the trash because that's truth. Truthfully, that's just not the truth. There's people who have been drafted before Shedeur. Let me go ahead and give a little controversy. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of controversy because there was cocky players before Shedeur Sanders that was drafted, right? Now you got players like Baker Mayfield, who was drafted the first pick overall. You know what I'm saying? And we know it's not about measurables. You know what I'm saying? Because he's only 6 foot. You know, he's 6 foot, probably 5'11" in real life. You know what I'm saying? 5'10". But he there's no proving. He's balled out. You know what I'm saying? He had a hell of a career at Oklahoma, and Baker Mayfield was worth getting picked. I don't know if he. I don't remember that draft to say that he was not like people were supposed to get picked before him, but he got picked the overall pick, and no doubt in my mind that man was super cocky, arrogant. They didn't care. They wanted him. You know what I'm saying? You got Johnny Manziel. You had to mention Johnny. Johnny actually, you know, he couldn't even stop even after he got drafted. He just was a party animal. But you know, big up to Johnny Manziel. Hey, Johnny Manziel and Mayfield, they basically had like the same kind of college career. They had blowed up. They had exceptional junior years or sophomore years, and then they returned for an extra year, and they kind of had a little dump off. You know what I'm saying? They had a little drop in their return year that they probably shouldn't have returned, but they still got drafted at high picks. Now Johnny Manziel got picked at back in 2020, being 22nd overall in his draft pick, and you know in the first round. You know, so you know that's another player. Now, just so it won't be no a completely racial thing, take what you want with that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know I mentioned Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield, but I know that's not what we're not making this a racial thing. This is about cocky players that were drafted. Excuse me, cocky players that were drafted before Shedeur Sanders, and they still got drafted. So it's a little bit of controversy in that, like, why these players got drafted. You got players like Zach Wilson. Excuse me. You got players like Zach Wilson. You know, he stunk up the place. You know what I'm saying? And he was super arrogant. You know what I mean? And he's not better than Shedeur Sanders. There's no way that you can say that. You put them to their highlights, their college careers, their skill level, their measurables. You put them next to each other. It's not a comparison. Shedeur Sanders is a beast. He's way better than this guy. Excuse me, I got a cold that I'm getting over. And then you got, you know, Cam Newton. You got Cam Newton, like I said, just so it won't be a racial thing. You got Cam Newton. Cam Newton came in there. I wouldn't say he was over arrogant, but he came in there like he was the man. And you know, and truth in the details, he showed that he was the man in college, so he deserved every bit of it, all his shine or whatever. So like, you know, it was some players. Oh, Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey was super cocky, but you know that's college, that's a cornerback. That's a whole nother position right there. You got to be a dog, but it's just kind of controversial how you can be selective like that. Don't y'all think? Leave a comment what y'all think about like these cocky players, especially. I hate to highlight it, but it's just controversial. They always find a way to put, you know, black people back inside their place in some way, some shape or form. So like people like Zach Wilson, Baker Mayfield, and Johnny Manziel. Why would they? Hey, look, and Zach Wilson was the second overall pick. You know what I'm saying? Zach Wilson was the second overall pick, and that was probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm not too sure. But it wasn't long ago. You know what I'm saying? And his attitude, he was arrogant. I'm not gonna say he was over arrogant or nothing like that. Like Shedeur is a little bit more confident than Zach Wilson or arrogant, so to speak. Now Baker Mayfield and Manziel, he was not more confident or arrogant than these guys. These guys came in there big headed like it was a show. And leave your comments down below. Like, what y'all think about that? Like, what you think about him? Them actually making exceptions for those attitudes, but Shedor's was what's up with that? That's a little bit weird. Um, Also, now that was a controversy. You know what I'm saying? I also want to mention like that all teams that passed on him 4 times in 4 rounds. That means that ties into the statement that I said earlier with with um Deion Sanders saying that it's some places that we won't go. Man, that's really unfortunate, man. Because like that really blew some chances for his son to get some light, some shine on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought he burnt some bridges with organizations, and all the organizations passed on him 4 times, in 4 different rounds to be like, "Hey, look, we don't want you." Unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? So that tied into that, and that means, like I said, he doesn't have a guaranteed contract now at this point. He has to work for a spot, which I'm not really worried about. Shedeur Sanders got the skill, talent, and the mindset that he's a dog. So he's gonna earn a spot, even if it's on the Browns or not. He's gonna earn a spot on a team in NFL. Near future, y'all gonna see him. He gonna have a comeback story that y'all don't even know. Mark my word. Now, Also, also want to go ahead and show a little quick video of this freaking prank call that they had did with this guy. Man, that was embarrassing. Man, that was really unfortunate that they pranked this guy like this. Man, it's to go through something like that when you've been waiting for phone calls and everybody in your family's been waiting for a phone call, and then you have something like this happen. Man, that's really really sad, man. So they actually end up catching the prankster, the guy who pranked Shador on the video. So here goes the little video of the footage of them showing this guy catching Shador.
How you doing? Good, how are you, man? Good, been waiting on you. Yeah, it's been a long wait, man. No, for sure. Let's take you with our next picture right, man. Yeah, yes, sir. Let's be legendary. Yeah, but you're gonna have to wait a little longer, man. Okay. Sorry about that. What does that mean? What do you say? I don't know. Are you asking what it means? You just
Yeah, that's a shame, man. That's very embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that get done before. I've never seen no one get pranked in a type of way like that before. Oh man, that's really embarrassing. I know that it made his heart sink. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Because I really like Shedeur Sanders, and like I said, somehow, some way, apparently he must have stunk up those interviews. But I just wanted to highlight something very, 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 very quick. I probably should play that again because I'm gonna just highlight something really quick because when even let's say this was a real phone call from a scout or a manager from the organization in the NFL, he had said something like, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna draft you and take you inside we're gonna take you inside the next on our next pick." All Shador had to say was all he said was, "Yeah, let's be legendary." Damn, really? Like, no, thank you. Oh, I appreciate you. And like, it wasn't no humbleness in there. He just said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna take you on the next pick." Let's say this was a real call. "Oh yeah, we're gonna take you inside our next pick." Yeah, let's be legendary. Okay. And then all he said was something like "okay" afterwards. When he said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna pick you up on our next pick." Okay, I ain't gonna lie. That's not really professional on how to handle that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that one last time. I'm gonna close this out real quick. That was dope. That was dope for that was dope. That was dope. But I didn't mean to show that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna show y'all the real footage of what I really was trying to show y'all. With him getting pranked or whatever. But yeah, like this really shows bad that he how he handled this. If this was a real phone call, let's just see how he would have handled this. Hey man, that was a really bad prank. Really, really like I've never seen a prank done like that before. Man, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This was actually longer than I expected it to be, but I did have a lot to say about this situation. I actually do have more to say, but I'm gonna wrap this up anyway. I do probably have another I'll probably have another video about this or something like that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some controversy or something gonna come up along the lines where I'm gonna have to report on this subject again about Shedeur Sanders because I know he's gonna actually blow the wins away. Let me go ahead and end this off by first saying congratulations to Shedeur and Shedeur Sanders family for getting drafted. I know these guys have worked hard. The preparation have been put in position by many ways for their family to succeed, and I know there's some love and some hate and some type of angle or whatever. But I do pray the best happen for their family, and I do want to say congratulations for being drafted and their son being able to accomplish something that he probably been wanting to accomplish most of his life. You know what I'm saying? And also, big up to all the players that was drafted before Shedeur Sanders. No, this is no slouch to you or nothing negative against you guys. I hope the best for you. Pray the best for you. Um, and two, three, I hope this has shown a lot of guys in high school and college right now that these interviews are very important. The way that you conduct yourself, all the way through the point where where the spotlight is on you, is literally very crucial on how you handle yourself. And so I hope you guys took note of that, and because this guy's talent is way better than what is being reflected on his draft pick. Okay, and also let's go ahead and congratulate the door again. And also, I'm gonna be adding another segment on here. Where I'm gonna be adding my brother in. I'm gonna be calling my brother, add him to the phone call. Probably talk about 3 or 5 minutes. Give a little 3 or 5 minute breakdown, his breakdown. We're gonna call that the 2 cents with my brother. Um, Call it 2 cents with my brother. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up out of here, man. I hope y'all like that breakdown. It was a little long-winded, but I hope y'all like what I had to say. Big up to the Shedeur Sanders family. Happy they got drafted. I'm sorry it had took this long. It shouldn't have gone this way. Man, big up to them. And I'm out.